Hey everybody, how you doing this afternoon, or afternoon for me anyway. This one is just another one of my, probably going to end up to be a rambling weekend chat. You know, I just like to kind of free flow a little bit on the weekend and explore my mind a little bit. Mostly just babble. But you might find something you relate to in there every once in a while on the weekend. And I just like talking to you guys. Very nice subscribers I have, and very nice crowd that watches my videos. I don't know, I've always done this as I get towards the end of a job. Not that I'm that close, I'm about 3 months out on finishing this current job. I start getting a little excited, but right now I'm getting a little restless. Now don't get me wrong, I'm always content. I'm content, but restless in a good way. Restless for a little new energy, restless for some new things. You know, the possibilities are infinite. When I leave this job in July, I got a ton of stuff to do, so it's not like, woohoo, I'm free. I've actually got more to do than that. It's actually a little bit overwhelming, but overwhelming in a good way, because I know that I'm in total control. I'm somewhat of a control freak, as I've mentioned before, not necessarily in a bad way, but I just like, you know, at the current job I have to work under a certain, and I'm not complaining, it's just that I'm working under somebody else's vision, and I have my own vision for how I like to do certain things and some projects, and I'm going to be able to apply those in the projects. But I'm basically going to be running 2 blogs, continuing to do my videos, actually upping my game on the videos. And people have made comments, and they're really nice comments, I appreciate that, where they say, oh, we like your videos, we like the vibe of your videos. I'm not talking about getting fancy. You're not going to see me busting out with all kind of this and that. I just want to make the watching experience as pleasurable as possible. In other words, I'm going to try to work on some lighting issues, where lighting can always be good, but this isn't anything expensive. It's probably going to mean getting a little $10 lamp that I can just shoot light in certain directions, and you know, doing a little bit more editing. And I'll have more time in the making of my videos and the editing of my videos. But there'll be a lot of the same ones like I'm doing now, just these, you know, just sit and talk. But you know, I mean, I live in Costa Rica. I'd like to take advantage. You know, there might be some actual editing. I can actually edit and do some fun videos, and you know, just branch out a little bit more. So we got that, and then, you know, working on the website to revamp the vacations down here and start doing some healthy vacations and retreats, and some collaborations I'm going to be doing with some other people that I've recently networked with. So I got a lot on my plate, and it's going to keep me busy, but it's a good thing. So I'm kind of restless to get new projects started, kind of get this new direction in life going. I'm also a little restless geographically. I need to get back traveling again. I love it here. It's great living in Costa Rica, but this little town I've lived in, Jaco, I've lived in for the past a little over 15 years now, 15 and a half years, and I've lived here all except for a year and a half in the city. And to be honest with you, to put it in perspective, this is the longest that I've lived anywhere since I got out of university. I always bounced, lived in Miami for a few years, popped over in Europe for a couple of years or so off and on, was back up in the panhandle of Florida, then came down here. But I was always moving around, and I've been kind of stationary. While I like it here, and I will always maintain some sort of a presence in Costa Rica, it's home, if not at least a second home. I'm kind of ready to get back out on the road. You know, Greece, at one point I was going to live in Greece. The last time I went to Mykonos, Greece in 1995, I went to live there. I worked for a really obstinate Greek guy who kind of had a love-hate relationship with him. He could be a real asshole at times, but he could be a decent guy at times too. And he just rubbed me the wrong way one day, and I ended up and bought a ticket and came back. Or went somewhere else. Did I come back, or did I go somewhere else? I don't remember. I think I went to the islands for a while, but down to the Caribbean. But anyhow, I'd love to get back to Europe. I'd love to get back to Greece, Spain, France. And I know people tell me about all the political and economic problems in Greece. I don't know how much that has to do with the islands, but the way I usually move around, I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, I'm ready to get back moving again. But even more so than that, and that's going to be more realistic, I'm ready to travel within Costa Rica. I thought I would be able to do it during this time period, this 3-month period while I'm in Costa Rica, but some things didn't work out quite like I thought. And I just decided, you know what, I'm just ready until I'm totally free with my own time. There's a few weekends I've thought about going away, but then I'm like, okay, well, I got to film surfing on the beach pretty early on Monday, so that cuts into my time, and I can't get away until this time on Friday, so I'd rather just wait until my time is completely mine. But yeah, I'm really excited to get back out and move around a little bit. And then the next thing I'm restless about is going to kind of, I can kind of work it out in both. I'm anxious to travel around Costa Rica, and I'm really anxious. I think I've mentioned traveling down a couple of hours south of where I am to a little place called Dominical. There's more of our type down there. I've been seeing, I've been running into people, following people, or having comments about my stuff on Instagram, which led me to meeting another couple of people that are down in the Dominical area. A couple of people that are good friends with Chris Kendall. I've mentioned him before. He's doing a retreat. Now he's going to be gone soon, and he'll be done with Costa Rica probably until next year. But I've networked with a few of the people that have met with him down there, and he's a really good guy from what I can see. So there's a tribe down there, and I'd like to get down there. So I'm restless to go travel and see some new areas. Oh, there's a killer waterfall down there. But also, I'm tired of doing this thing completely by myself. I mean, I've told you guys that I'm largely a loner. I have to spend lots of time by myself. And yeah, no, I'm not looking for a new living situation. I don't ever, to be honest, I don't know that I will ever live with people in a situation like us all living in a household as a family, or partners or whatever. But I like people close. I would like to have a situation where there's people I can be around when I want to be around. There's some very cool people that I meet online, I network with, I talk with. Sometimes they'll send me a message, sometimes I'll even chat with them, that I'm like, yeah, these are cool people. I could see spending time with them in my real life, in my day-to-day life. And they kind of seem like they'd be the kind of people that are cool with me, being like I am, and not necessarily we're all over each other all the time. You can enjoy each other's company and do things together when you want to, but you still respect each other, that you kind of have your limits and boundaries, and you do like to have plenty of time by yourself. In other words, people that don't put pressure on each other. Have you ever been around those kind of people? And I have friends that are good friends, but you almost feel an obligation. People kind of put that obligation, or you have to go out when you don't want to go out. I don't like to do anything I don't want to do. Sorry, that's just me. If I don't feel like attending some sort of a function or going to meet somebody at any time, I like to have my circle of people and my friends be an understanding of that, because I'm very understanding of that. I understand when people, if I ask, hey, you want to go do this, and they're just not really into it, just because they want to do their own thing or be by themselves. But at some point, like I'm sitting around, it's a Saturday afternoon right now, and I'm not doing very much. I don't do very much on the weekends. And I'm thinking, it would be nice to have somebody to make some food with tonight. But there's just not really anybody around. And as I want to put myself in situations, I don't close myself off. I'm not saying I can't become friends or can't do things with people that don't eat exactly like I do, or that aren't, this lifestyle isn't like a priority or something on the forefront of their mind. I can meet people of all types, or whatever they do, just because we have other different interests. But I need some of our people in my life. I mean, I know there's a lot of people going through this, and I wonder how other people think about it now. Some people are actually, some of you out there are actually in family situations, and you have families, you live with people, you work, you interact with people every day, and you have more of a structured or a social life than I do. You just have more of a network set up. And so I wonder about you guys. I mean, are you content? Like, I hear people talking about the struggles, and this person, not everybody in my life does this, and people do that. Can you do this? Have you thought about that? Has anybody out there thought about that? Can you do this? Let's say you go down the road. I mean, and I've seen this pops up in groups, and this discussion comes up from time to time. Well, yes, but I love my husband, I love my wife, I love my significant other, I love this person, I love that person. These people are in my life. They don't do anything like I do, and I understand that. I mean, I would never say. I mean, I'm not one of those people, and I want to just make that clear that I'm not saying, well, you need to. Yep, they're not like us. Drop them and move on. But are you content to go, let's say down the road, this takes you stay on this raw vegan lifestyle or the raw 4, whatever lifestyle you're on, and the people around you don't, the family, the friends don't. How do you see that playing out? Are you going to be satisfied to live in that world for the rest of your life as a raw vegan, as a raw 4 person, as a high carb vegan? Are you going to be satisfied living this life without not having any of your family, close friends, anybody in your real life that's not into this lifestyle? Nobody face to face. You can talk about this stuff, share recipes, share a meal together. I mean, you know, I'm not a huge social creature, but it would be really nice to sit down and eat some healthy food, some nice food, some positive food that gives us good energy together with other people from time to time. You know, I'm coming up on 3 years in June of doing this lifestyle, and the times that I've eaten with other people, I'm not sure. There were a couple of people I've met in Pensacola, you know, and had one meal at a vegan restaurant, but no, I've never really shared this lifestyle, this eating part of the lifestyle with other people. And I don't have people to sit around. It'd be nice, you know. I would love that. That's why I really, and I don't know if it's ever going to work out, because I need to get that roommate in here to pay the rent. But it would be so nice to have another raw vegan in here that just, you know, like say on a Saturday, a lazy Saturday like this, we prepare food this evening, and we sit around and we can talk about some of these things, but face to face, just laid back, chill, in my little sitting area, living room in here. So yeah, I am getting a little restless on that front too, that I need some people in my tribe. I need some face-to-face energy. You know, the internet's great, and I meet a lot of wonderful people out there, and that is, and don't get me wrong, I don't make a distinction of like those aren't real. I'm actually one of the people that I do consider the connections I make on the internet real. And a lot of the people, even though I've never met them, some of them I've never even seen their faces, I feel very connected to just through some of the comments they make on videos, or comments through Instagram, or just back and forth in Facebook groups. Yeah, I feel a real strong connection with them, and a lot of the people, it's almost kind of a touch of sadness because, you know, it's just not realistic with this person here, this person there, that I would like to have some of those people in my real life. I could see them being in my real life. They seem just cool people. I think I have a pretty good radar for detecting the kind of people that I want to be around now, and the kind of people that can bring something to me. And I don't mean that in a selfish way, that can bring something to me positive, and in exchange I can give them something positive. But yeah, those 3 areas I'm just, you know, a little restless on. And you can when you're restless or when you want something, you can do one of 2 things. You can sit around and just be like, oh, I sure would like that, or you can do something about it. So, you know, this is you know, I just had a feeling at the end of 2014 coming into this year that this was going to be a powerful year. A lot of things were going to happen, some changes were going to be made, and I was going to take some things to a different level. And I was just going to play around with my life, play around with a few different things, and make a few things happen that I'm ready to happen. So anyhow, just another one of those rambling weekend videos. Maybe you can think about it yourself. Maybe you can relate. Give me your thoughts down below in the comments. Are any of you like me on that one aspect of it I'm talking about, though? Or are you really kind of almost, but I mean, not in a bad way. I'm always happy. I can entertain myself. I enjoy my company. But do you get a little frustrated at times that you just don't have anybody you can sit down eyeball to eyeball, not through a computer, and relate to this lifestyle, talk about this lifestyle, make some food together, share some food together, or whatever? Anyhow, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and hope you're having a great weekend. Get outside and play a little bit. Peace.